everyone. Welcome to our presentation. My name is Katie, and I'm one of the 4 group members of this project. We are 4 seniors at UNC Chapel Hill currently taking an adolescent development class. And our class project for the semester was to find a problem or challenge that is occurring in a local high school with students as they transition back from COVID. And so we had the opportunity to talk to 3 students from Carborough High School. And so a few questions that we asked them was, do you believe students at your school are experiencing mental health obstacles or heightened levels of social anxiety with the transition back to school post-COVID? And has COVID impacted the quality of peer interactions or educational opportunities compared to before COVID? These are a few of the responses that the students said to us. So one said, it's so fucking hard. Last year during COVID, I had 3 hours of school a day, so I had more time to do what I wanted, but I wasn't learning. And so I have noticed now that a lot of foundational concepts haven't stuck. Another student said, if someone needs a resource, they have to seek it out and the information is not accessible. The school has counselors, but they have too much responsibility and do not seem available. Students could use someone to talk to. And another student said, if people in the school took more time to talk to students about their mental health, then I think everyone would be on the same page about where we need to go in the future. So after this interview, my group members and I got together and we tried to figure out what is a solution or program that we could implement that would help these students with the struggles that they are currently facing. And the goal that we came up with was the Carborough High School administration needs to provide resources regarding anxiety in classrooms because high school students are struggling with transitioning back to in-person learning in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. One quote that really stuck out to us was by a senior who said, I wish the school acknowledges the challenges the students are facing because the students provided us with information about they were struggling and also what their friends were going through. The goal of a program that we were going to implement is to create an environment that is more supportive for students because we want them to know that the school has their back. We also want to foster an environment that is more conscious of mental health, specifically anxiety, since that was highlighted a lot in the presentations.
The Feelings Forward program is designed for students to discuss individual concerns about their own anxiety within the classroom. In this program, students are going to be assigned to a teacher who's going to serve as an advisor/mentor. This program is also going to consist of individual and group meetings with advisors that are going to be required once a quarter. These meetings are going to serve as a safe space for students to bring up their own concerns with their trusted advisor. For students to get paired with teachers, they're going to take an interest survey. On the right-hand side of the screen shows an example of what questions the interest survey might consist of, such as what hobbies and interests do you have? Is the gender of your advisor important to you? And is the race/culture of your advisor important to you? Also, students are going to submit their top 5 options of teachers to be paired with who will serve as their advisor/mentor for the calendar school year. At the end of the survey, school psychologists or guidance counselors are going to be in charge of pairing students with their advisor or mentor.
The way in which individual meetings will be organized is once a student is assigned to their advisor, there will be mandatory meetings once per quarter. And there's certainly an option to meet more frequently on an as-needed basis. We just didn't want to add any more stress or mandatory meetings to the students who already have so much on their plates. And the format of these meetings is pretty open. We want the conversation to be free-flowing so that students can really work towards building a relationship with their advisor so that down the road, if anything mental health related or anxiety related comes up, they feel really comfortable going to their trusted advisor. And so on the advisor's end, some potential questions they can ask to start fostering this relationship is just, how is school going? Is school contributing any anxiety for you? How are you handling the workload? How are your extracurricular activities? And are these kind of increasing any anxiety or decreasing your anxiety? And obviously, if a concern arises about a student during the meeting, the advisor has the resource of the guidance counselor of the school to reach out to so that the student might be afforded more support from them. The way in which group meetings will be organized is when we were interviewing our students, they kind of describe these flex periods that they have during the school day. And these are kind of free blocks for students to, kind of serve as a study hall, meet with their clubs, hang out with friends. And so we felt like this was a really good time during the day when these meetings could take place, since it's already kind of built into the school day. And so based on the ratio of students to teachers at Carborough, about 15 to 20 students will be assigned per advisor. And we felt like this number was a little bit large for a group meeting. So we kind of recommend that advisors meet with about half of these students, so only about 8 to 10. And this just provides a more intimate setting for students to be more comfortable with one another, more comfortable opening up and talking about issues that are going on around the school. And the groups will be co-ed and composed of students from grades 9 through 12. So this will really encourage community and kind of introduce bonds with people that you might not have ever come across on a regular school day. Just like the individual meetings, these group meetings will meet only once per quarter. Each meeting will kind of start with a topic or theme that will serve as an icebreaker so that each student will have their voice heard, and then as the meeting continues, they will be more comfortable opening up and sharing their thoughts. And then at the end of the meeting, advisors will collect any feedback that they recognize of patterns or trends coming from the students and communicate that to administration, which will kind of serve as the beginning of any policy change that needs to happen.
Okay, so it's extremely important for our presentation in achieving effective dialogue in what we're trying to promote with the mentors and advisors and the students is a healthy dialogue. So we want to make sure that the dialogue is open and allows students to maximize the Feelings Forward program through creating a comfortable environment for students to benefit from the discussions, because with this being student-centered, we want the students to feel comfortable expressing how they're feeling. And how each student benefits from discussions is individualistic and personal. And we want to make that shown too, that one student may share things more than another student will, and that just has to do with how comfortable they are. So in order to achieve this dialogue, we're going to do required training for advisors and mentors before the program implementation. And we're going to do this also again at the beginning of every calendar school year. Also providing an online module that helps advisors and mentors recognize and discuss feelings of anxiety felt by students, which gives them the ability to provide students with that safe space that the Feelings Forward program is trying to achieve. This will also encompass defining how advisors and mentors will be able to pinpoint anxieties, and the importance of confidentiality between the advisor, mentor, and student dialogue within this relationship is really important, as well as highlighting the importance of the confidentiality between peers, because we don't want students to share other students' experiences. And there will be meetings with advisors and mentors and counselors to confirm understanding and expectations of this program. So we hope that the benefits and the takeaways from meetings will be students having an outlet or safe space to express any of their personal and individual concerns surrounding anxiety, and allowing students to feel heard and involved in school policies and expressing what they believe could change. It allows advisors and mentors to have a better understanding of what adolescents are experiencing in terms of anxiety in the classroom through recognizing patterns and even going through to adapt curriculum. Each individual teacher can change certain things about their curriculum to better help the students. If advisors or mentors or students are not taking the program seriously or respecting guidelines of the program, we believe that penalties should be put in place as well, especially since the purpose of this program is to help students' mental health. So future directions with this program we hope to achieve. We're going to provide an online feedback form for students, and it's going to be anonymous, and for teachers and advisors. So the students can express if they want a new mentor or advisor, if they feel like they're not benefiting, or just general concerns. We also believe that quarterly meetings between teachers serving as advisors and mentors and school administrators should be held to address student concerns of anxiety in the classroom. That way things are actually getting implemented and changes are being made. And we also think that it would be beneficial if there are end of the semester meetings with school and district level administrators, because the odds are if one high school is experiencing all of these concerns from students, other high schools in the county will be as well. So in order to benefit everyone within the school district, we believe that these concerns from students need to be brought forward and handled professionally.